graduation?
16 batch. Yes, sir.
You are working as deputy manager BCCL.
Yes, sir.
What is your job?
Sir, I am mining engineer at there, working in shift. Basically, I have to handle a single shift consisting of around 150 persons.
So your hobby is reading novels. So do you get time to read novels nowadays?
Nowadays, when I am preparing for some exam, then I do not get the time enough time. But in college, I used to read a lot.
Which novels have you read?
Many novels like novels of Sidney Sheldon and novels like White Tiger, some novels of Chetan Bhagat.
Which novel of Chetan Bhagat?
I forgot the name, one related to call center it was, and
who has written that book, White Tiger?
White Tiger, Arvind Adiga.
Okay. Then, what other books?
Mainly Sidney Sheldon book and one The Murder at ABC, like something. I've read these books long ago, so I have forgot the names.
So how do you select which book to read, and at random whatever you get you read, or any?
No, sir, not randomly. Means someone recommend that this book is good, only then I read.
So what did you find good in Sidney Sheldon's book?
The writing style, means the style of narration. It's you get engaged in that you cannot leave that book without completing. So that's the specialty of Sidney Sheldon.
Okay, Ayush, Sidney Sheldon is male or female?
So actually, Sidney Sheldon is male, but nowadays, I'm not sure, but nowadays he or she has died actually. But in his name, it is continuing. Other writers are writing nowadays in his name.
So originally he is male only. It's a confusion among the readers. Anyway, so what are the issues of coal mining in Jharkhand according to you?
So issues of coal mining in Jharkhand is mainly, first is law and order issues. Second is environmental issues. So basically in environmental issues, you get to see a lot of environmental issues like water pollution, air pollution in these areas, and especially related to this project affected people. So in many cases, they are not able to get job in these companies because they do not have land, but they are residing in these areas. So they are basically struggling with the negative environmental consequences, but they are not getting any positive effect of that project in that area. So that's the main problem.
Ayush, what is the reason that there is always a nexus between this mining and crime?
Actually, there are various scopes in mining where crime can enter. Like when coal is sold to private players. So basically they are the traders from all over the India. They have to come to that mine and lift that coal. So with the local criminals, they would not allow to lift the coal. So there comes the crime. So basically they will take money, otherwise they will not allow the trader to lift the coal. So there is one problem. Second is that there is not many employment opportunities in these areas. Basically, what we are doing in mining, that we are destroying the agricultural land. So people are not dependent, but there are many people who are dependent on agriculture, but not all able to get the job in the project. So basically, there is a lot of unemployment, especially if you see the Jharia and Piparwar side. So what they would do, they had to survive somehow. So they would obviously go to crime or stealing.
Okay, fine. Ayush, what is the similarity between the mining areas in Jharkhand and mining areas of Africa?
Mining areas of Jharkhand, basically there is a similarity of basically some mafias are running some illegal mines, and these are mafias are also in just I said like that they are basically in logistics. So they have just captured the whole area, logistics of the whole area. Without them, no other trader would be allowed. So such type of thing is also in South Africa.
Okay, have you heard about a resource curse, a term, resource curse?
Resource curse, yes, sir. So basically, when some region is embodied with natural resources, so basically these areas are not able to develop much, or basically we can say that these areas are the backwardest, these are the most backward recently, like Africa. It is imparted with huge natural resources, but it is a third world country. A lot of third world countries are there, basically. So basically what is happening that there are many crimes and it's basically exploitation from developed countries, from mining or such that thing, and the negative environmental consequences of exploiting that resources. So these all lead to resource curse.
Okay, fine. So as a policy maker, what are the 3 areas on which you will work for reformations to attract investors from other parts of the state, of this country, parts of the country? Every successive government is trying to bring investors from Gujarat, Maharashtra and all, but that is not a race.
So first thing is that we have to correct the law and order situation in here. So that's very important. Basically, we have seen, I faced, some people was working in Gujarat and his owner was trying to open a factory in here, but the problem was that when he came here, he was trying to establish that plant, then basically many people demanded levy, so he forgot that plan. Basically, he was saying that there is lot of law and order problem in here. So first thing is that. Second thing is the single window clearance system would be a very attractive thing for them. And the third thing is exhibitions, like government can attract some investors through exhibitions where we can show that we have a lot of opportunities. And other thing is like land bank, where we can establish land banks, and with that we can easily allot land for plants. So these are the things that can be done.
So, you are working on the face.
Yes.
So recently slowly there is shift from underground mining
Yes.
to open cast mining.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know about BCCL, but CCL
I think everywhere it is in
has
India.
adopted that.
Yes.
Any specific reason for that?
Yes, sir. The underground mines were non-productive. They are not profitable at all. If we see in BCCL, the production cost of 1 ton of underground coal, it was around 15,000, and we were selling it in 4,000 or 5,000 maximum. So first thing was that. Second is the productivity of underground mines is not much. That's why cost is there is huge cost. And there is one problem that the coal seams are not very continuous or conducive for longwall mining in here. Longwall mining for coal can be mechanized and that can be productive, but it's not very successful in India. Only in 2-3 places it has been successful, or you can say not semi-successful only. So that's the reason we are moving towards.
Accidents were also one of the reasons.
Yes, accidents are also one of the reason, because it requires huge manpower. Basically, they are semi-mechanized or non-mechanized mines, so there is need of huge manpower, and when such huge manpower will be there will be accidents.
So, what type of accidents take place? Can you classify the accidents?
The major accidents are inundation, fire, and the roof fall. These are roof fall.
Roof fall.
In underground mines.
So the inundation, is there any human mistake by inundation, or it is accidental by that?
So,
for example,
I think it is coupled with an accident and human mistake. Suppose we know that, or we know that there is water source nearby, but we are heading in that direction, so we should stop at a safe distance. But if we are not doing, or we are not sure about its direction because of wrong surveying or other things, then it will lead to inundation. So there are human errors in that.
And second is
Fire.
fire. Some explosion also takes place in methane.
So basically, in underground mines, there are 2 types of explosions due to fire. First is methane explosion, and second is coal dust explosion. So basically, there is accumulation of methane in the galleries. When it explodes, it causes coal dust explosion. That is the massive explosion actually.
So, previously for checking methane, there was some lamp.
Yes, sir, there is, that is called safety lamp actually.
Safety.
Yes, sir.
Is it still being used, or
It is still being used.
traditional? What is its name?
Sir,
Lamp?
it is called safety lamp actually. And there is a brand name, I have to forget the brand.
I have heard Davis.
Davis lamp, this is called Davis lamp, yes.
Well, Ayush,
Yes, sir.
have you heard about CAPPA?
Yes, sir. Compulsory afforestation scheme actually.
So what do you do?
Yes, sir.
I think your company
Yes, sir.
must
We
be
are
dealing with this.
Yes, sir. We are doing actually in our area only, Katras area. I'm working in Katras area. We have actually, there was a overburdened dump, so we have covered it with some soil, and we planted a tree, and we have established a garden, which is very famous. I think some coal secretary recently had also visited in that area.
So only you create garden or you have to?
No, sir. It is not actually garden. It's not a garden of flower. It is garden of endemic species of trees. So basically, we are planting trees of endemic species, means indigenous species of this area only, and we are creating forest in that area. So that is, we are counting it as garden, but it is actually a forest. And
Why was necessary this CAPPA?
so there are a lot of projects being established, industries, mines. So we are cutting forest. So basically, when we are cutting forest, we have to compensation. Afforestation is needed. So basically, that is why it was established.
In your home district, you are from Chatra.
Yes,
What percentage of forest you have there in that district?
I think sir, it is 41%. I'm not sure.
Which plant species dominate? Which type of trees you have?
Sal, Mahua, and Palas. These three types.
Okay, now certain species was introduced in India and in particular in Jharkhand,
Yes.
which are actually not sustainable, or you can see ecologically it has considered as disaster. Can you name some species?
I have heard about it, but I cannot remember it.
Okay, anyway. Panchayat election is underway in Jharkhand.
Yes, sir.
For how many posts we are conducting this election?
Total number of posts or in it?
Yeah. For example, if you are a voter,
Yes, sir.
you go to your village. On
There
the
are
voting
three.
day. So for how many posts you are going to vote?
1, 2, I think 4. I have not voted in anything, but there are 3 levels of panchayat.
3 level. What are the 3 level?
Gram panchayat, block panchayat, that is intermediate level, and district panchayat, that is at district level.
What's called that district level?
District panchayat.
So if it's 3 level.
Jila Parishad or something.
Jila Parishad.
Yes.
So if it's a 3-tier structure,
Yes, sir.
then there must be 3 posts.
So actually, election for in Jharkhand, election for chairman of the Gram Sabha, it is directly elected.
Okay.
So that's why you have 4. Means members of panchayat of 3
I'm
levels.
clear about the post. What 4 posts?
Yes, sir. Members of 3 at 3 level,
Okay.
and 1 chairperson of Gram Panchayat.
Chairperson.
Chairman or chairperson.
So that is indirectly elected.
So chairman of Gram Panchayat only is directly elected.
Okay.
Who is the head of Gram Panchayat? That is called Mukhya.
Mukhya.
He is directly elected in India.
Okay.
So that is the 1 post, and other 3 posts is members of 3 panchayats. That is Gram Panchayat, Intermediate Panchayat, and Jila Parishad.
In how many phases we are having this election?
I don't know to remember.
Not sure. Okay. Sir.
Ayush,
Yes, sir.
tell us something about mango sour in Jharkhand.
Yes, sir. It's pre-monsoon sour basically. That is, it occurs due to convective rainfall. Basically, when earth is heated, air goes up and it falls. So
In which month it has the maximum possibility to occur?
It's in May.
May. Okay. Have you heard the name of Medini Rai?
Medini Rai.
A historical figure in Jharkhand's ancient history. Not ancient,
Yes,
medieval.
I have heard it.
Uh-huh.
I do not remember it actually.
Can you compare him with at the national level or Mughal Empire, any king of Mughal Empire which was contemporary to Medini Rai?
Medini Rai. I'm not sure, but Jahangir maybe in his reign someone was captured.
Jahangir or Aurangzeb?
So I'm not sure.
any contribution of Medinira in terms of architecture, in terms of Jharkhand, in Jharkhand?
I'm not sure.
Fort of Palam?
So actually, I've not recently
fine.
read our history of Jharkhand.
Is there any tribe which systematically permits live-in relationship?
Yes, sir. It's in Chhattisgarh, Orissa. I had recently read about it.
Can you specifically mention the tribe?
So I forgot the name. I had heard recently. I have actually read it about in detail.
They are Asurs, and the ritual that is called Idi Mi. It means live-in. So live-in is still in contemporary times in our society we have in picture,
Yes, sir.
but there is compulsion that person which are living in live-in, there is compulsion that they will have to marry. They cannot separate it.
Yes, I have not heard about this. I have heard about some other tribe in India which is very famous for this. Basically,
But specifically, you are supposed to answer from the issues of Jharkhand.
yes.
Okay, fine.